Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who has signed up to do something and felt confident they were going to be able to make it work. But now that they're partway down the road, they're realizing, you know what, maybe I do need a jacket to walk this far. You know what, maybe I do need somebody to tell me the directions. They need help. And I do feel this is somebody who doesn't really like to admit that they need help or doesn't really like to admit that they were wrong about something. So it's the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, Strength in the reverse from the Masonic Tarot. In the Masonic Tarot, it's mallets for pentacles, by the way. Realizing that maybe they kind of overestimated their ability to get through whatever this is. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a good day. This is the second attempt. For those of you that were on the first one, thank you. I've been very appreciative of those that have been so patient while I deal with internet issues. Those will be resolved tomorrow, fingers crossed. I did have a chance to pull two cards from the Nightmare Before Christmas, another Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Eight of Cups. So we have somebody basically abandoning whatever they've decided, whatever they had promised. So this could be somebody who's, giving up on a project halfway through because they realize they don't have the right tools, right? Hello, Rainbow Warrior. Hello, Redbeard. How's it going? Oh, thank you. So I also wanted to make sure I mention, if you would like a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. And if you haven't yet told me your opinion on whether or not I should do memberships, go ahead and check out my post that I did. I think it was last night. So we've got the Magician in the reverse and the Devil. Okay. This is somebody walking away from trying to control a situation. They really felt like they had everybody like puppets on a string, but this person does not have the control that they thought. The image in my mind is somebody who, I know we've all seen this, right? You've been at a restaurant or a bar and they pick up, whoever works there, they pick up a tray and it's loaded and you're like, how are they not going to drop that? This is somebody who picked up that big tray all confidently and then totally dropped it. They're running away from whatever the situation is because they, in fact, do not have control. Hello, Andy. How are you doing? Hello, Mountain Girl. How are you? Hello, Laura. What's going on? So we've got the Knight of Presents or the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. I've got to get like a little bit more light here. And the Star in the reverse. Well, I mean, the nice way, I guess, to say this is it kind of looks like somebody stumbled and like fell on their face. I mean, there's something here that's a little bit like public about a person being quite clearly not cut out for what they signed up for. They can't handle it. Yeah. So we have the Nine of Candles. Ooh, wait, hold on. That's the Six of Candles. Sorry, guys. Or the Six of Wands in the reverse. Failure. Wheel of Fortune. This feels to me like whoever has been trying to deal with this situation is throwing their hands up in the air or literally has quit. They're walking away. I can't handle this person. I can't handle this job. I can't handle, a classroom full of 5-year-olds. Whatever they've signed up for, they can't do it. So with the Wheel of Fortune, there's a change coming. Somebody else is stepping into this person's footsteps or into their shoes, like taking over whatever they've been trying to do. Hello, Jess. How are you doing? So we've got the World in the reverse and the Fool in the reverse. Goodness. See, the problem is they're bringing someone else to deal with this and they don't know how to do it either. So I used to work with technology. It's like you need somebody to go in there and deal with some custom code, but it's in a language that isn't taught to young engineers these days. I want to say Python is a decent example. Please feel free to tell me if I'm wrong. But they don't have anybody that speaks that language. They don't have anybody who knows how to code that way. They don't have anybody that understands what they're dealing with. And it's like, okay, well, what about this one? Let's bring them in. What do you know? Do you understand this? No. This problem might not have somebody, suited to solving it. This just might be a real big conundrum or a very complex situation. Page of Potions or Page of Cups and the Seven of Presents or Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Interesting. There's an anomaly here, which is to say somebody who has not got very much experience, or maybe is seen as green, new, too young. This person has the answer, but I do feel like they get overlooked. It's like people don't want to ask this person to help because they feel like there's no chance that they actually know what they would be doing. Who is running this joint, man? Seems a little disorganized here. They don't know what kind of talent they have. High Priestess in the reverse. Judgment. No, Ten of Swords. Sorry. King of Wands. So in other words, there is somebody here who does know how to fix this, but they're overlooked. They are not taken seriously. Nobody gives them the opportunity to fix this. So we have a King of Wands, somebody who comes through as probably I can't handle the situation, or somebody who's trying to replace that individual. But I feel like they don't really look at the information available. This is somebody who makes uninformed decisions. Hello, Jim. How are you doing? Who else do we have? We have the Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the Sun. So we have somebody who has tried to do something and failed. And then we have a person who's just kind of like rushing through trying to deal with this, like anybody will do kind of thing, or like no one will figure it out, so like doesn't matter. I don't know if this person's overworked or not really passionate about what they do. But what I see is instead of bringing in one person, they bring in two people. So that person didn't figure it out and they walked away. Let's bring in two people. They're very different. And maybe between the two of them, they can figure it out, you know? Ace of Cups in the reverse. Eight of Swords in the reverse, and the King of Cups. So we've got somebody who just wants to like hurry up and figure this out. I do feel like there's impatience. There's kind of like a gruff energy, not really seeing much time for pleasantries or being kind to people. This is just like, I need this and I need it done yesterday. This is not somebody you would really want to work for, or this is somebody who doesn't seem to mind if they irritate people. Knight of Cups in the reverse. Knight of Wands. Page of Pentacles. It's like a revolving door of people who can't figure this out or who don't seem to get along with this King of Wands, King of Cups energy. Because now we have somebody who initially accepted and then they walk away. And then we have somebody else who doesn't do it right. So I feel like we have a very like picky or difficult to please customer, client, whatever you want to call this person. But the King of Wands, King of Cups keeps firing or like walking away from agreements, feeling like it's not the right situation. This won't do. You didn't figure it out. You don't seem to get it. What's up, Lemonade? Hello, Matt. How's it going? Okay. Always worried I'm gonna like fall out of my chair when I do that, but we made it, y'all. 4 of Cups in the reverse. Emperor in the reverse. Well, the problem is it's like somebody's trying to hire like manager of thunderstorms. Whatever they're trying to accomplish may not actually be possible, you know? It's like you're given 10 minutes to solve a math problem. You read the math problem and realize you don't actually have the data you need to be able to make a formula or an equation out of it. And they say, well, would you like an extra 5 minutes? Like, no, I'm still not going to have the information that I need in 5 minutes. That's not going to change anything. This person is asking something that like cannot be delivered. I don't know if it's because the Emperor in the reverse or our King of Wands, King of Cups is maybe a little bit unrealistic in terms of their understanding of the situation, or if they're just a bit self-important. But they're essentially asking for the impossible. And they've gone through multiple people who are like I just don't know if that's possible, man. I don't think it's a thing. Awesome. Hello, Hayden. How are you doing? So we've got the Fool in the reverse again. And the Moon. This is somebody who wants to find, it's like they want the elixir to life, right? To youth. How can you make it so I live forever? They want like the impossible done. Whatever this is, they are not willing to listen to reason. They're not giving up, even though whatever they seem to be after is questionable. Strength and Temperance. So we've got someone else that enters the chat. I feel like this is somebody who is hired or is, asked to do the impossible. And it's probably this Queen of Pentacles. I feel like they say, you're looking at it all wrong. You want this, but you've understood the situation. It's like they zoom out, they look at the big picture, They understand what's really going on, and they say, King of Wands, you've been asking for the wrong thing the whole time. The whole time. It's like they reframe the math problem. You thought you were looking for X, but you're looking for Y. You thought that this was what you needed, but that's what you need. I do feel like there's something here about being underestimated, though, the person who says this. All of a sudden, we have a mood change because this demanding, controlling person who is asked the impossible is delighted to find somebody who has an understanding of what they're trying to accomplish. Why do I get that this is like Willy Wonka? Like this person has posed this problem or asked everybody to like try to do this and seen everybody fail. And now this Queen of Pentacles comes along and they get it. They know what's going on. They zoom out and they figure it out. They have the right answer. They know what's going on. And now all of a sudden this King of Wands is like, I found what I've been looking for. I don't think that this is a romantic reading. I think this is probably to do with money, or, I mean, it could even be somebody trying to cast an individual for a really important movie. But we have somebody who finally says, I found it. Okay, now we can move forward. Now I know what I'm doing. So this Queen of Pentacles changes everything because they have a different perspective. Seven of Swords. Uh-oh. Huh. I don't understand why, but it kind of feels like there's like anger that starts to settle in. This Queen of Pentacles feels like, well, now I don't want to help you. Maybe because they feel like they have the power. I figured out what you wanted, or, you feel like you're smarter than me, but I cracked the code. I know what you are talking about. It's like the energy changes. Like I've accomplished something. I figured out something you couldn't figure out. So, hello, Jenny. How are you doing? Hello, Johnny. How's it going? This is the voyage of the soul. So we've got wisdom and karma. Oh. We might have somebody who is trying to do something illegal. We might have our Emperor in the reverse might have been asking the impossible, and then ended up finding somebody who knew exactly what to do, who was lying about who they were. But we've got wisdom and karma, making me feel like somebody has outsmarted the Emperor in the reverse because they needed to learn a lesson. So we have fate, yin, and unknown. We have, I think, somebody who is able to build rapport or get the King of Wands to trust them. Give me the information. I'm probably what you need. But I feel like this is almost like an undercover situation. You were asking for something that was impossible, and I figured it out. But I didn't tell you what my intentions were. I didn't tell you who I really was. There's something here that with the Seven of Swords, I really do feel like all of a sudden things shift. And whoever thought they were in control, they're not. This Emperor in the reverse maybe never was in control. They underestimated the Queen of Pentacles. Number 33, the key. Number 34, the fish. This is like, I'm going to make you believe that I'm somebody that will help you get what you want, or I'm going to get you to think that I'm like innocent. There's nothing to worry about. But I want access. I want to get information. I want to be able to witness things. You know? Hi, Peggy. I hope it went well for you. Hello, Let's Walk Home. How you doing? So I feel like I found what I needed. Somebody is fixing my problem for me. They finally know what I was looking for, or apparently what I wanted isn't so impossible. But the person who's giving me what I want is hiding something. They have not been honest about who they are or what they're doing. I feel like they're trying to get access to this Emperor in the reverse for a completely different reason. They are going to take something off this Emperor. This is the Gypsy Oracle. What else do we have? I am, thank you. Hello, Pharaoh. How are you doing? We have frivolity, constancy, and journey in the reverse. This is somebody, the Queen of Pentacles has a strategy, and I do feel like they've been very particular or very methodical. They have presented some sort of facade. This is who I am. Everything's pretty, you know, easy breezy. Nothing too like complicated. They want it to be seen as not a threat to this Emperor in the reverse. And once the Emperor in the reverse is comfortable, or they feel like they get what they want from the situation, things change. And this Queen of Pentacles, they're there for an entirely different reason. They're probably going to cause some chaos, to be honest. Because this is somebody who wanted access. Why do you want access? Letter. They're looking for something. They're looking for proof. This is somebody who is gaining access to the Emperor in the reverse, claiming they can do something that they need. It's been hard to find, but the Queen of Pentacles is offering to do this only because they want access to the Emperor. And they know once they have that access, they'll get the information that they need to be able to expose the Emperor for something that has happened in the past that was probably illegal or would, you know, result in a hit to their reputation. Child in the reverse and falseness. I think we might have a case of like a paternity case here, to be honest. So child in the reverse, falseness. I feel this Emperor in the reverse has denied a connection to somebody. Now, this could be I wasn't with that person, or I never met that person. But I think for many of you, this is somebody saying, that's not my kid. And they may have said that a long time ago. There's proof. This could be somebody who's saying, I think it's time I show you the DNA test. We've got somebody who gains access to the Emperor, and it's for a much bigger situation than what the Emperor realizes. The Emperor is too focused on what they want and their plans to really think too much in terms of who they're dealing with. Hello, Juan. How are you doing? This is the Gilded Reverie. We've got number 16, the stars, and number 18, the dog. Why does this feel like feels like there's a lot of people involved in this. This is weird. Because I'm taking this as like a network. The stars, like dots on a map. This Queen of Pentacles has people that are very loyal to her. I say her because it's the queen, but let's keep in mind this is not for sure somebody who is a female. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who knows something about the Emperor in the reverse. And I think they're about to prove it. Number 25, the ring. $12, the birds. So there's a perception that the Emperor in the reverse has worked to build. There's something that they have said, this is the way that it is, and that's final. Whether it's who they've dealt with, who they've been in business with, how they carried themselves. There's something here about denial, saying they didn't do something, or they're not connected to that person, or they don't know that person. There's a contract right here. So I feel like this Emperor in the reverse says something publicly or defends themselves, only to be like almost immediately proven to be a liar. Well, that's weird because here's this picture of the two of you together. That's weird. State records say they married them a couple years back. This is a lie that they tell because they feel like nobody's going to really like check up on it. And then somebody does. Hello, Bradley. Hello, Books. How we doing? Apprentice, number 4. Higher education, knowledge, beliefs, and wisdom. We already had wisdom come out at the beginning. Prosperity. I am confident we have somebody that is not taken seriously. They're seen as younger, less experienced, or for some of you, this is a person who's judged because of what they look like. You're not a threat to me. How could you ever be a threat to me? I haven't seen it in a long time, but the girl with the dragon tattoo is coming to mind because I do feel like, number 1, this was somebody who was able to kind of escape detection or change how they look, get you to see what you want to see. But this is somebody who is very crafty. The Queen of Pentacles has information, and I feel like they're getting even more information to make this Emperor in the reverse be honest about what's been going on. I do feel like there's money or power at risk here. Ooh, it's storming out there. And we've got the meadow, number 42, and the stand, number 40. Completion, success, blessings, positivity, gratitude. And for the stand, it says courage, determination, and fearlessness. This is a plan. Somebody might be undercover. Somebody might be delivering some revenge, but I think there's someone who has underestimated this Queen of Pentacles, felt like they were just there to, like, you know, fix the heat, install a window. I don't know. This is, they're smarter. They know a lot. And this Emperor in the reverse, I don't know if they have a clue that this is somebody who's actually, like, I wouldn't mess with them. Hello, Deborah. How are you doing? What else do we have? We have the World, the Magician, the King of Wands, and the Hierophant in the reverse. Yep, we've got, I think, information that makes this Emperor in the reverse look bad, that comes out perhaps on a world stage, perhaps on social media. But I feel like the Magician is our Queen of Pentacles. You didn't take me seriously. You didn't think that I would get any information I was looking for, or you felt like you were obviously above me, so you didn't take me seriously. And that's how I was able to get what I wanted. You thought your enemy was somebody that you would recognize because they would be like you. And I don't look like you, but I outsmarted you. This is pride goeth before the fall, you know? Thank you, John. I hope you're having a good day. So they should have really thought about the situation they were in, but I think it's for the best that they didn't. This Queen of Pentacles was supposed to get access, and now they're going to have validation or confirmation or additional evidence. We have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. I think it's just a scared dog because of the storm. Sorry, guys. I hope you're okay, pup. We've got someone's bad intentions, probably even illegal, that are now available for judging. Here's what this person did. I thought that's what they were doing. They didn't really pay attention. And now I've got confirmation. Now I've got the napkin with your DNA and I can do the test. Now I've seen, that you do have that letter on your desk. I mean, this is so Perry Mason. It's just like, they did not expect anybody like this Queen of Pentacles to be able to cause any problems to them. And that's why there are now problems. They did not take the situation seriously, or maybe they didn't do proper vetting. But something probably criminal that this Emperor in the reverse was trying to hide is now absolutely out in the open. There's nothing they can do to deny it. It's clear that they lied in the past. This is bad for them. They cannot stop the change in how people see them. And I do feel like they end up hearing that there's some sort of legal consequence for them. This is the Kipper. Yeah. Sorry. Whatever it is. Should I have gone like Coke can or chocolate chip cookie? We have gift number 17. Community in the reverse. And journey in the reverse. So we've got a change in this person's reputation that probably takes out a lot of the work that they've been invested in. They don't have the same people available to rely on now, because whatever they did, now they can't hide it. They don't have the business contacts, or maybe they can't, go through the same suppliers. Maybe they can't live in the same neighborhood. But there's a truth about them that they had really wanted to keep quiet that has been exposed by this Queen of Pentacles. It's probably a contract or a child or something that happened that they claimed they did not do. And this ring could be a reference to a relationship, but I think for most of you, this is about an agreement that was made that somebody was really certain, oh no, that never happened. That never happened. We have a repeat. We have the stars again, number 16, the Gilded Reverie as well. Wow, and a mice. So This could be somebody, this Emperor in the reverse could be somebody who is very self-important. They didn't feel like anybody could really stop them or make them, change their mind. But this Queen of Pentacles is stopping them in their tracks and saying, I think you're going to have to be honest about what's going on here. They may have stolen something. They may have caused other people to lose things. It definitely feels like they broke the law, and the Queen of Pentacles has found some sort of proof that there needs to be consequences for them because they have not seen consequences for their actions yet. That's true, upper echelon. Carry through with your plans. Successful in things if undertaken. Just another way to tell you got to do what you're supposed to do. A woman will soon invite you to her home and it will bring you good luck. Carry through with your intentions and you will be happy. That's 3 references to you having a plan and going through with it. So you'll know what that means. Because it's storming out there, I'm going to cut it short, you all. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Doodle.